talk yourself into the work, not out of it. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. Here's what happens to so many of us every single day. We set the alarm to go work out, it goes off, and then immediately the negotiations begin. I'm so tired. I can do it later. I worked so hard yesterday. My body needs rest. It's cold out. I didn't sleep well. Within 60 seconds, you've constructed an airtight case for staying in bed, and you believe every word of it. Now, imagine if you use the same persuasive power in the other direction. What if instead of talking yourself out of the thing you said you would do, you talk yourself into it? This, my friends, is the magic of self-coaching, and it is the core of everything I teach inside of my community. And it's really the essence of what the Consistency Code book is all about. The power of self-leadership, which requires the ability to talk yourself into the work that you are calling yourself into. Most of us have mastered the art of avoiding the work, right? We've perfected the art of internal debate, where comfort always wins. But here's the truth, you're not actually debating. You're just listing reasons to quit until you find one that sticks. You're looking for reasons not to do the work. So here's the shift. When that voice starts listing reasons for why you can't, you shouldn't, or you don't need to, stop. Pause. Acknowledge it. I even sometimes name it. Like, oh, here she is again, right? Debbie Downer. Like, give her a fun name. Laugh at her. It's funny. Although also infuriating, right? And wildly frustrating. Just acknowledge that she's there. She's trying to control the narrative. And you can respond with, you know what, thanks for sharing. And then actively build the case for doing it anyway. Yeah, I am tired. And I'll feel more energized after I move. Yes, it's cold outside. And what a blessing that I have warm clothes. Yep, I could do it later, but I know that I'm going to feel so much better later if I get this done now. This is not toxic positivity. It is strategic self-talk, strategic self-narrative. The voice that talks you out of things isn't smarter or more truthful than the voice that talks you into them. Both options are totally available to you. So I always say, you kind of have to think of your life as a canvas, and you get to choose the colors that you put on that canvas. You can put colors that talk you out of the work, or you can put colors that talk you into the work. And a lot of times we're just in the habit of talking ourselves out of the work. We've done that most of our lives. But you can train the other voice, the one that reminds you why you started, the one that knows what you're capable of, the one that is committed to the version that you want most fully expressed in the world, the version of you that you want most fully expressed in the world. You can train that voice. It's simply a practice of choosing that narrative day after day after day. And you know what happens to a narrative that you keep choosing? It becomes a belief. And deep beliefs become identity. And when you have the identity of someone who just does the work, man, life gets a lot easier. And you tend to live a much bigger life because you follow through more often. So this week, if you catch yourself building a case against action, which you will, In fact, just today, you'll probably build a case for many things that you don't really want to be doing. Because action is not always convenient, and it certainly isn't effortless. Action is effortful. So I want you to say this out loud. When you find yourself talking yourself out of the work, you pause, you acknowledge Debbie Downer, and you say, you know what? I hear you, but now I'm going to talk myself into the work. And then you do exactly that. List every reason why doing the thing will serve you. The immediate benefits you will get, not the benefits you're going to get 6 months from now, but the benefits you're going to get today. Make it compelling, make it true, and then move. You're going to talk to yourself either way. So you might as well choose a narrative that is useful to you and useful to the life that you want to live. That's not deception. That, my friends, is powerful self-leadership. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.